It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC South rivals. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now, Carr again. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
If your team is in a pinch, there aren't many quarterbacks who can bail you out like the Red Rifle. He not only brings a ton of experience to any quarterback room, but he's a perfect mentor who can help a young quarterback as he goes through the maturation process. But often when he gets his number called and he gets on the field, his team feels very comfortable with him under center.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion right here comes Johnson. To throw here, Dalton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down and 10. And Dalton to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, 48 yards. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion right is Mingo. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Dalton. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Delay of game.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Third down from the gun, Dalton. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And the chains move again, and that's typical for Olave because he's been a consistent playmaker dating back to his days as a Buckeye, and that trend has only continued ever since he arrived in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards for the second straight season last year, and he's someone the Saints expect huge things from going forward.
Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And sometimes when you see a running back lined up out wide, you think maybe he's just a decoy. But not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver, and picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
The pass caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing, Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Open man is Mingo, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Dalton off play action. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's got Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A give up the middle, Hubbard. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Dalton. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Trying the left side with Kamara. Able to power through. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Throwing now is Carr. Caught. It's Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 7. 1:52 to play. They'll have to go 90-plus yards, and a field goal does them no good as they've got it with a first down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Dalton. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Dalton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now Dalton. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. All right, here's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hubbard. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and 6 coming up. So now Dalton. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Dalton wants to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. Big spot, Andy Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.